What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we've got some big news regarding the Aussie cricket team. Of course, our last series in Pakistan has obviously been finished for about a few months now. I mean, it feels like it was just the other week that I was watching a 5-match test series between Pakistan, or was it 3 games? Well, maybe it has been a long time because I can't even remember the series. Probably for a good reason. So, hey, if you guys are new, subscribe. But we do have some big news. The Aussie Test team, we have announced our T20 International, our ODI, and our Test squad for the tour of Sri Lanka, which starts in June or July. Yep, it says it down here. A 7-week tour in June and July. That is essentially 2 weeks. Wait, no, 7-week tour. That is essentially 2 months is what I meant. Not 2 weeks, I meant 2 months. So we're going to be there for a while, but I guess we're here to go through the squads, and it is my job on YouTube to be able to go through these squads and pick out the nitty-picky things and say what I don't like about it. So that's the whole point of having a platform with your own voice, hey? Let's just get straight into it, because there's a few glaring omissions that we need. I've got it all, George Bailey. I hope you're watching, my friend, because I've got some words. I've got words. Alright, the first glance at these squads were literally announced like 10 minutes ago as I'm recording, so I rushed to set up my laptop and my mic and all that just to come on here and chat. I haven't really gone through them that much, but I do notice some names that are already not there. And I'm sure you guys can notice which one name is not there, which we will get to at some point in this video, don't you goddamn worry. So let's just get into it. The T20 squad, Finchy, our captain, I mean, whatever. Sean Abbott, yes. Agar, yes. Hazelwood, yes. Inglis, yes. Marsh, yes. Glenn Maxwell, yes. Jai Richardson, yes. Kane Richardson, yes, only because I think he will play as our first, backup paceman in the World Cup in Australia. He's actually decent in Australian conditions, so that's okay. I mean, it is going to be played in Sri Lanka, but I guess as a warm-up to the T20 World Cup, I guess he has to be there. Smitty, of course, is a part of that squad. Hopefully he can bounce back in some T20 cricket. If not, his spot should be open up for selection, I would imagine. Stark, Hulky Boy Stoyne, Mitchell Swepson, Matty Wade, and David Warner. So, really a very, very, very similar squad to what we had at the T20 World Cup last year. Of course, no Adam Zampa is the big one in here. I believe he has a kid on the way, I think. Maybe. Or maybe I just completely made that up and made a true pregnancy rumour for the big Zorba. But, yeah, not a part of this squad. Of course, he is our best frontline spinner in white ball cricket. So, of course, he would be here. But it gives Big Sweppo a chance to prove that, he's not just going to be our next test spinner. He wants to be our next white ball spinner. He's been improving himself as a short form spinner in the Big Bash League, in our one-day domestic comp here. So, yeah, it's a big opportunity for Swepson. I mean, is the pitch going to do a whole lot in Sri Lanka? Probably not, but any opportunity is a good one in my opinion. Our ODI squad, again, very much of the similar stuff. Labuschagne comes into the squad. Travis Head comes into that squad. What has me surprised is that Travis Head is not being selected for the T20s. Makes no sense to me, but whatever. But yeah, very much just the same squad with Head and Labuschagne being added to it. Nothing different there. I don't really notice any omissions either, so it looks pretty much the same. And now we've got, all right, the 2 white ball teams, it's cool and all, but what we care about is our test squad. Like, that is the only thing the main thing. That is the squad that everyone cares about with their own country. And let's have a look. Let's go through it. All right. So we've got Big C, the big captain, the man Camo, obviously. Ashton Agar. Yeah. I mean, hasn't gotten an opportunity at test level since, the 2013 Ashes, it feels like. I thought there was a massive opportunity for him to get a game or 2 under his belt against Pakistan in the test series or even in the short form games. Wasn't given any opportunity, which I thought was a joke, because Agar is a very, very solid spinner and someone who can toil with the bat at the end as well. So it made no sense to me, but he's a part of the squad. He better play a game or 2, otherwise it just makes no sense to me. Scotty Boland, of course, the legend. Alex Carey, yep. Cam Green, of course. Hazelwood, yes. Head, yes. Joshy Inglis is another one who I guess he's in there as our backup wicket keeper for Carey. Carey hasn't made many runs in his Test career so far. So, again, I wouldn't mind seeing a Joshy Inglis take the gloves in a game and bat at 6 or 7. I don't see why not. Marnus Labuschagne, of course. Gaz Lyon, yes. Surprised that we don't see Nathan Lyon in our any white ball squads, but I guess he maybe just doesn't give a fuck about white ball anymore. And Mitchell Marsh, Steve Smith, Mitchell Starc, Big Sweppo, and David Warner. So we've got Mitchell Marsh in the Test squad. I guess he's already going to be over there in the squad. I mean, you see that he's picked here for the T20. Okay, so he is in the ODI team. Yeah, good. So, I mean, who would have thought a few years ago that Mitchell Marsh would be back in Australia's every format squad? Not me. He's come a long way since, like 4 or 5 years ago. He's an absolute gun and has backed himself in to still be this, almost number one all-rounder in Australia. Well, Cam Green is definitely better than him now. We know that, but it is good to have someone of Mitchell Marsh who is going to be a backup in a Test series. He's got plenty of experience at that level, so if an injury or so goes down, I guess he's a decent option. But I do see this down here. Test captain Patrick Cummins will sit out the T20 tour, whatever, while first choice spinner Adam Zampa will miss the entire tour due to an impending birth. Yeah, so there we go. So, yes, that's why Big Zorba isn't going to be there. He's okay. Benny McDermott, who scored his maiden international century in a 50-over clash with Pakistan last month, has been squeezed out and will play cricket for Hampshire in the UK instead. While Michael Neser, who is playing for Glamorgan, also missed selection on the tour. Yeah, I don't get the leaving Ben McDermott one out. I mean, I go to this T20 squad, or at least this ODI squad as well. I could pick out a name or two, I'm sure. I mean, look, to be honest, I know Sean Abbott's in there as a backup bowler, but I mean, why is it? Do we have a future opener? Because I'm looking at this squad right now. I don't see. I see David Warner. I see Finchy. That'll be our opening pair at the World Cup, no doubt about it. Josh Inglis is in there, who can obviously open, but hasn't really played that role for us just of yet. So I guess he probably wouldn't be. But a guy, Ben McDermott, an opener, has made. He made, how many centuries did he make? He made 2 or 3 centuries in the Big Bash last year. The World Cup's going to be on our home soil. I would have thought he would have been the first guy you would select, because he's every chance to be our danger man at the World Cup this year. But he can't even get picked in our best squad against Sri Lanka. Oh, man, I just don't understand why the selectors... Matty Wade, with all due respect, he absolutely creamed us. He won us a game against Pakistan that went on to win us a final. Huge. But Matty Wade, he's in no form for the Titans right now. He's one of my all-time little favourite players, but... I mean, is he the future? Is he the future opener of this Australian side? Is he going to take this team forward? Hell no. He's about 52 now. We don't need that. Ben McDermott's still in his prime. He's in his right age to be selected, to get more experience under his belt. As much as I love Wadey, it makes no goddamn sense to me. And also another name which I just need to get off my chest, which I've been waiting to say for the whole video. Where is Moses Henriques? And this, I know... Sometimes I might have a joke and I might say Moses should be playing all formats, which I genuinely think he should. But are you telling me that Moses Henriques... Okay, let me get this straight, George. Look at me in the fucking eyes, George. You're telling me that Moses Henriques is not in the best 40 players in Australia. You are seriously telling me that Matthew Wade is a better team? I know Matthew Wade had that amazing game against Pakistan, but he will never do that again. I hope he can, but look, probably not. Guys like Abbott, I know that it's a bowler, but I just can't understand where this guy is. Moses has led an Australian franchise, the Sydney Sixers, to 2 titles in a row, to 3 finals in a row, and is an incredible batsman, is very, very handy with the ball. He's still one of our best players in Australia and can't get picked. I don't know if it's a selector's thing. I don't know if he has decided he doesn't want to be a part of it, which would make no sense because I'm sure he would. I don't know. I seriously don't know what to make. I think they've nailed all the other selections, though. I don't think there's any selection where I look at it and go, Like, what the fuck? I understand leaving Neeser out. I totally understand leaving Marcus Harris out. Marcus Harris is not good enough for test level. It's as simple as that. You can't do it on home soil. You can't do it in England. You probably can't do it anywhere else, unfortunately. He's not a very good player of spin. So you don't want to be taking him to places like Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, because he just won't have a fun time. So where can you play him? You can't play him in swinging and pace conditions. You can't play him in spinning conditions. It just means you don't play him at all, unfortunately for him. So it is good to see a guy. Also, Kawaja keeps his spot. I think they've done a really good job with these squads, and I think George has made the right decisions. But no Ben McDermott and no Moses Henriques are the big ones for me. I guess I can understand leaving out Moses Henriques, as much as that hurts to say. Whatever. I can understand it. We've got Marsh, we've got Cam Green, we've got Stoinis, we've got even Sean Abbott. Who else? Do we have any more all-rounders? Not really. I guess Labuschagne, Head, I guess, if you want to call him that. But you guys get what I'm saying. We have plenty of these pacemen, medium pace all-rounders who can bat anywhere from really 1 to 5 in the batting lineup. So, look, I guess I can understand how he got squeezed out, but no Ben McDermott, who has literally just scored a century last month against Pakistan and has hit 3 centuries in the Big Bash last season. I would have thought this is the opportunity he needed to just, make some runs against, with all due respect, not a great side of Sri Lanka. So, hey, let me know what you guys think with the squads. Would have you made any changes to these squads? Do you think there's certain players? I mean, no Nathan Ellis. I thought, I know that we have to get prepared for the T20 World Cup. We have to play with our best team and always give out there and put your best players ahead. But I feel like this was a good chance to experiment with at least 1 to 2 players. Nathan Ellis could have played a few more games. Dan Sams could have been a part of this squad. Riley Meredith, Tim David could have easily been in this squad. I think there's just a few things that maybe have missed out on the chance. Do we really need to take a guy like Kane Richardson? You know what he's going to bring every single time. He's not going to improve. He's not going to get worse. He's just the same old Kane Richardson he's been for the last 6 years. A consistent line and length bowler who bowls some decent pace. I mean, that's what he can bring, but we know what he's going to bring. Did we have to bring him on the tour when there's guys who are the future of this country in all formats? I would have thought so. All right, rant over. I'm done. George, if you're still listening, you've done all right. You've done all right. Just a few little tweaks maybe next time, and I'll love you forever, George Bailey. But hey, that will officially cap it off. Let me know what you guys think of the squads, and I'll see you guys in the next one.